Welcome. Many people I know are vaccinated or have at least one of their shots, including our staff. It's a great feeling to have protection from COVID, and it is fitting that we get this sense of hope in springtime, the season when things come to life. My message this week is about infrastructure funding. It's coming to new life. Last Wednesday, President Biden outlined a $2.3 trillion plan to reengineer the nation's infrastructure over the next 8 years in what he called a once-in-a-generation investment in America. He said the plan is expected to create millions of good jobs, rebuild our country's infrastructure, and position the United States to outcompete China. That's an aggressive stance. And having infrastructure front and center is welcome news. But let's peel back the onion a bit. First, let's split the plan into 4 major categories and see how much might potentially be available for transportation projects. The largest segment, about $650 billion, is for what can be called quality of life at home. This includes such things as affordable housing, hospitals, schools, high-speed internet, and water and electrical grid infrastructure. For our cement and other material supplier members, there'll be some work in this segment of the plan. For our concrete paving contractors, not so much. About $400 billion is designated for caregivers for the elderly and disabled and expanding the Medicaid program. And $300 billion is for research, development, and manufacturing. So that's another $700 billion in areas that won't include paving. That leaves about $621 billion for transportation projects, which is about 27% of the plan. So let's peel back the onion a little more and see how much might potentially go to pay for roadway pavement improvements. Within the transportation-related infrastructure, about $401 billion will go to non-highway infrastructure, including Amtrak, public transit, waterways, connecting neighborhoods, and a sizable investment to build electrical vehicle charging stations. There might be some concrete paving-related work in these new stations, but that remains to be seen. That leaves $210 billion for roadway-related infrastructure. $115 billion is directly designated to modernize the bridges, highways, and roads that are in the worst shape. The White House estimated 20,000 miles of roadways could be repaired, along with rebuilding economically significant bridges and 10,000 smaller bridges. $20 billion is also designated for roadway safety improvements. $25 billion is designated to upgrade air travel and airports, and $50 billion is to improve infrastructure resilience in the aftermath of natural disasters. We are counting all of those toward potential pavement-related infrastructure, but this may not be fully the case. So after peeling back the onion on the president's plan, we see that about $210 billion of the $2.3 trillion program, or 9%, is potential paving business. Will this plan come to fruition? There is still much to debate, and negotiations will likely alter the balance of what's in it. And on the matter of how to pay for it, we can review that next time. For now, it's important to point out that all these investments would be on top of whatever highway bill or extension is ultimately negotiated for the September 30th expiration of the current highway bill, which you may recall were on a 1-year extension of the FAST Act. I don't know how you may look upon this plan, but for me, I'm choosing to focus on the fact that infrastructure is finally a hot topic in Washington. As an industry, we may not get as many flowers emerging from the soil of this plan as we'd like, but the prospect of getting some flowers is there nonetheless. Until next time, enjoy springtime. Thank you for your membership. Please stay positive and make it a great week.